the enemy tanks have stopped.
Why?
Why waste precious tanks when they can pick us off from the air like fish in a barrel?
There are 400,000 men on this beach.
Rolling.
Finn and Harry, congratulations on the film. You're both really brilliant in it.
Thanks.
You're both newcomers. There's a lot of newcomers in the film. And do you think that Christopher Nolan, because he cast so many new actors, he wanted the kind of rawness and nerves to filter through to their characters?
Yeah, I think so. I think the reality of what these soldiers would have been as soldiers, they would have obviously been young kids who didn't really know what they were doing. And I think he wanted it to be kind of faceless and nameless in terms of how you feel about the characters and how vulnerable they feel. I think it's almost like he wanted to remove any knowledge of their experience from the audience. And I think it was good, I think.
Yeah.
You say faceless and nameless. Obviously, there was a big noise over you getting cast in the film. Did you feel any pressure from that, or did you just kind of think it was silly and just ignore it?
In terms of nerves about that, I feel like working with someone like Chris, you put so much trust into him, obviously, because of who he is as a filmmaker. I've personally felt about as protected as I could possibly feel doing a job for the first time, but it was it was a lot of fun. I think everyone knew what this film was about, and everyone wanted to do their little part to kind of tell this very important story, and I think that was kind of the main focus during the shooting.
Finn, what about for you, like your first day on set? This obviously is no ordinary movie set by any means. For any actor to come onto it, it must have been pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was crazy. The way that Chris works, he kind of creates incredible sets and is a very particular kind of director, I think. He really has his own vision about what he wants to create. So yeah, it was an amazing experience to do. And the first time I walked out and saw the set and everything that you were talking about, I was very overwhelmed. But I think you normalise it in your head after a while. When you're around it every day, you kind of somehow manage to just take it in as if it's an everyday occurrence. And then it's only on reflection, watching the film back, you look back and you're like, that was insane.
Do you feel like you're kind of reliving it? Because actually watching the movie is so immersive anyway.
I felt super removed from the filming when I watched it. It didn't really take me back to doing it. I found it very emotional to watch. I felt like I was really with the characters and felt kind of scared when I felt like they were scared.
Yeah, I think that's to do as well with the way that Chris has done it. Because the way he's done it, it means that the focus is never on one performance. It's always on the piece as a whole. So even when we watch it, we're not sat there necessarily. I mean, you see yourself come up, and I at least personally kind of cringe a bit. But it's not like you're not solely focused on your performance because it's about the thing as a whole.
And another thing, that watching it with the score, I mean, the score is such a huge part of it and it really drives it forward. Were you blown away by how that all turned out?
Yeah, I think the score is a big part of this film. And I think it's one of the things that, a lot of people talk about when they first talk about kind of watching it, and I don't think that happens with every movie, so I think it's a sign that he's made a really powerful piece of music.
It was obviously really intense shooting it and physically demanding and all of that, but after you were finished shooting for the day, was it a bit of a laugh on set? Did the cast members all gel really well?
Yeah.
I
got on
slept
very well.
most of the time when we were done.
Yeah, it was a very intense shoot. I think everyone was pretty tired when it got to the end of the day, but we all got on really well. I couldn't have asked for better people to be involved in it, really.
You can practically see it from here.
What?
Home.